Okay. Is your microphone on? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay, thank you. Good evening. This is April 6th, the April Public Safety Meeting. And we're joined by Mayor Beer, Councilmember Hernandez, Sergeant Weinkoop, and Director Bukar, as well as Sheriff Fletcher and myself, Ed Daniel, and Chief Coletti is on remotely, as well as Ms. O'Malley and Councilmember Mackey, and we're ready to proceed with our meeting. So the screen is yours, Chief.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. And before we get started, I want to make a couple corrections to the report for April. The report indicates that we had 11 theft from autos. In reality, we only had 9. And also, it states that we had 8 other thefts, and the correction is we only had 7. So we can go to the first slide, Sharon, and then we'll get the meeting underway. All right, we'll start off with the overview map of the city for the month of March. We had 1 report of a sexual assault. We had 4 assaults. We had 9 theft from autos, 7 other thefts, and 3 stolen vehicles. Next slide, Sharon. This robbery just regarding robberies. We had no robbery, so we can skip over it. This slide indicates the 4 assaults that we had for the month of March, and I'll just go over them real briefly. We had 1 domestic assault, which I won't talk about. We had another assault, kind of strange, occurred at the Trader Joe's, in which somebody was slapped in the back of the head. That's still under investigation. Not sure if they knew each other. The third assault we had at the Starbucks, 7336 Baltimore Avenue. The victim and the suspect were standing outside and got into a physical altercation. And lastly, we had a second domestic assault that I won't speak about. So we can jump over to the next slide. Those are burglaries. We had no burglaries reported in the month of March in the city of College Park. Next slide, please. This is theft from auto. We had 9 reported theft from autos. As you can tell by the map, most of them reported down near the Old Town and the Lakeland, Berwyn areas of the city. We can jump over to the next slide. You can go to the next slide, Sharon. Hey, Sharon, there's a lot of feedback. Maybe we should mute the microphone in the hall. All right, thank you. We had 3 reported stolen vehicles in the city. As you can tell, 2 occurred in the Old Town area. And the third one, I'll actually give you the addresses here in a minute. So our three stolen vehicles occurred on the 4400 block of Calvert Road. The second one was this 7401 Princeton Avenue. And the third one was in the 8800 block of 36th Avenue. We had two Hondas stolen and one Kia. You go to the next slide, please. Just a heat mapping regarding the noise complaints from March. And while everybody's looking at that, when we look at the other thefts, we had 7. Out of the 7, 6 were shoplifting, and 1 was a stolen bicycle. Next slide, please. Just the heat mapping regarding the quality of life issues in the city. Next slide, please. Just as our traffic stops and our field interviews. Next slide, please. Just a graph showing our monthly comparison with violent crimes and non-violent crimes. As you look at it, you can see robberies have taken a nosedive along with our other thefts and even with our burglaries. Next slide, please. I'll let everybody look at the crime stats for 2026. Give everybody a couple of minutes to review the table. And just while everybody's reviewing it, regarding the 2 domestic violence assaults, we did make arrests in both of those incidents. I think overall, not a bad month for the city. Next slide. I don't think we have one, but next slide, Sharon. Just the definitions. And I think that's it. And I think we can open it up for discussion. If anybody has any questions regarding law enforcement activities in the city or crime in general, be glad to address those.
Questions from anyone? Any questions or clarifications from any participants online?
Hello, I don't know if you can see me. This is Sharon O'Malley.
Yes.
You didn't say, it says that there was a rape in the city. Was there an arrest in that, or can you give any more information about that one?
You're saying there was a rape in the city?
That's what that chart just showed, didn't it?
It lists a sex assault.
It's a sexual assault. It's not rape.
And was
And
there,
I know we don't discuss sexual assaults in public. I will tell you this, that the victim and suspect did know each other.
and was there an arrest?
It's under investigation.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Sergeant Wykoop, do you have any?
We did follow up on last month's complaint as far as in the College Park Estates and Yarrow area. We did identify some speeding violations, and we issued multiple citations along Edmonston Road. And that's the only follow-up from last month's meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Mary? Sergeant, were there many that you stopped? Because I'm from Edmonston Road. Were there many stops?
Over the month, we stopped approximately, we wrote 20 violations, a little over 20 violations, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
There is I think there's a van So there's a city announcement, rather advisory, went out last week about some of the car break-ins in the Yarrow's neighborhood.
Yes, sir, but the announcement, y'all got incorrect information. On that, there was car break-ins, but it wasn't inside our city. Majority of them occurred in Berwyn Heights. They did not occur here.
That's good to know.
Yes, sir. Just because y'all share the same zip code, everybody thought it was College Park. It's not.
Yeah, and also they're part of same College Park beat, right?
Yeah, it's still the same beat, but however, those thefts occurred in the other city, not our
The other
city.
side of the Kenilworth.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, this is Bride Pollock. She's the vice president at Yarrow. She's my vice
I
president.
live on Baylor and Knoxville. I was curious about the report in the local news, television news yesterday, naming College Park as having a raft of airbags thefts.
Yeah, there was an article on WUSI came out yesterday.
Yes, and it was the news agency. Are those collected in your reports there, ADC Coletti?
Basically.
We had no airbag thefts in the month of March.
That's for the city of College Park.
That's for inside the city.
That's in the city of College Park.
You have to keep in mind, they're using the zip code for the city, which carries Westchester Park. It also carries Berwyn Heights and other areas.
This was actually in my neighborhood.
And your
It's in the
neighborhood.
city, that's what.
So it wasn't in March. The report definitely said College Park, named College Park.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, but
Separate from that, 3 days ago,
yeah,
yes, it
there's an
was.
article.
3 days ago, when I walk my dogs, I go up Edmonston, I go in Wellesley and down Sweetbriar, and there were 4 cars that had the driver's side window smashed out. So
Okay,
somebody
so-
had made
Okay, so that would have been,
it wouldn't have been the airbag issue. I didn't see any airbags missing, but it was all driver's side window glass in the street.
okay, so they'll probably more than likely be captured on the April report as opposed
Yeah,
to
exactly.
the March report, so, but we've been working with University of Maryland Police, and the situation between, the situation in general is still under investigation, but there is some progress being made. So I can't go any further into that, but the matter is under investigation. Prince George's County Police, District 1, as well as UNPD are aware of the activities going on in the city, and they're working to have more of a presence overall.
And Yarrow, which ends at Knoxville, goes from Knoxville down to the old Calvary. And then College Park Estates is north of that. College Park Estates has brought to our attention concerns about break-ins along Edmonston, car break-ins along Edmonston.
Unfortunately, it's been, a kind of a little bit of a spurt, throughout the city.
Yeah.
But
And we have spent a lot of time in your community this month, running traffic and patrolling your area.
Yeah, I saw a car come down Baylor the other day, which I haven't seen for a while. But it ties in too with issues we've raised with the mayor and with our city councilman about maybe getting some cameras in that vicinity along Edmonston, or where you enter into the city off Edmonston, which Wellesley would be a possibility, just to see who's coming and going.
Yeah, that, we may need to discuss it. So what they're asking, license plate readers, LPR. Looks like we have Edgewood and Rhode Island and other areas. So good thing about your neighborhood, there are only 2 entrances that people can only go in and out. And we could probably place 2 cameras on those entrances.
They can actually come into Yarrow off Radcliffe and Knoxville, and Radcliffe off off Evans End at the other end, so it's got 3 ways in, but it is,
Yeah, I spoke with your councilmember, Ray
Yeah,
Ranier, about it.
right.
And he's on top of it.
Thank you.
Okay, any other comments with regards to city events? Okay, I'd like to turn the screen over, the microphone over to Major Ecker, University of Maryland Police Department, who's joining us as a guest participant this evening. The floor is yours, Major.
Hey, how is everybody? Sorry, just been running a little crazy here in the last few minutes, and then now I ran inside because the truck wasn't connecting that well outside.
Okay.
We're staying busy, as you heard Major Coletti give the crime stats. I'll give just some of our community event stuff that we have going on. We have a whole lot of sports. Women's lacrosse is doing phenomenal. Men, not so much. But at least Saturday, we did beat another top 10 team, and that was Ohio State. So women are still undefeated, and we're ranked number 1 there. Softball, we're doing pretty good as far as the games. The team's not that good, but we are going to host this year. We're going to host the Big Ten tournament here, so you'll see a lot more people roaming around the city and hopefully spending a lot of money.
And
Local
what's going to be that time frame? What's going to be that time frame, sir?
They haven't put that out yet.
Okay.
I'm thinking that it won't be until the end of the month or the beginning of next month. So they haven't put out anything or given us anything as of yet.
Okay.
But as soon as they do, I'll send that over to Ed so he can push that out to everybody. So we don't have to wait until the next meeting. Unfortunately, it's what they call Earth Month and Bike Week. So we just started our Bike Week today. Our Dot's place did, but I actually had a enforcement for all micromobility units today too. So they didn't tell me they were starting Bike Week, so I went ahead and had some enforcement today. So that caused a little consternation. But what else do we have going on? Autism Acceptance Month. And near the end of the month, we're having Maryland Day. That's, I believe, on the 26th, somewhere around that area. I can check and tell you exactly when that one is, but I do believe it's that day. 25th from till 5 o'clock. It starts at about 9:30 in the morning, runs till 5. And what everybody's concerned about mostly is commencement. We start commencement on 5/19 and it ends the late night 5/22. I think that's about all, unless you guys have any specific questions for me.
Major? Yes, Major?
Yeah, one question, sir.
Major?
Yeah.
You said Bike Week. What does that entail? Does it mean everybody's going to get on their bike and just go up and down the roads? What does it entail?
Oh, it's Department of Transportation for us services. What they're doing is encouraging people that normally don't ride a bike to actually get on a bike, ride a bike on campus, hopefully, ride around campus instead of driving a car. So you may see a few people commute in on a bike, but I don't think that the traffic is going to be that heavy in the city, but on campus is where they're really promoting it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, so moving on, guess I'm up next. Gonna bring up a couple of topics by way of activity. So our stop sign monitoring system program has gone live and active effective March 16th. We're having direct activity with regards to our vendor who's downloading the information to a secured system by way in which our designated team of officers are doing daily reviews of violations and making the determination as to whether or not there are tickets that are being generated or based on the activity citations may, or there may be situations in which incidents are rejected. So we're still working through the numbers because ongoing fluid situation, but so far things are working out. And we will be working with the vendor to touch base on the overall activity with regards to the equipment and the review process, and we'll come to the table next month with some numbers to share with the group in terms of overall activity. A few upcoming events that I want to make everyone aware of, because in the next few weeks of anticipated campus semester conclusions, the Department of Public Works is going to be starting cleanup Saturdays and shredding events. I have some flyers over on the table by the door, but so on April 11th, April 18th, and 25th, as well as May 16th, from 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Here at Davis Hall, Public Works, 51st Avenue. They're going to be hosting cleanup events, so you can bring in materials, trash, any information, paperwork you want to have shredded. They will be accepting some bulk items. Like I said, there's a flyer next to the door for clarification as to what you can bring in. So feel free to share this information with your neighbors, please. Also, on Sunday, April 19th, will be the annual Route 1 Rampage bicycle race. Okay, so that's going to be from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, April 19th, and the roadways that are going to be impacted are going to include the 45 and 4600 blocks of College Avenue, the 7400 block of Rhode Island Avenue, 4500, 4600 blocks of Knott's Road, and the 7400 block of Yale Avenue. So that's going to be the road closure perimeter for this race. UNPD will be assisting with the road closures, and they're going to be numerous straw bales that are going to be placed along the perimeter of the event for any possible potential collisions that may involve bicycle riders. But that's setting up to be an active event, sponsored by the University of Maryland Bike Club, and the City Hall will be open for first aid assistance and other administrative assignments for this event. Does anyone have any questions with regards to the Route 1 Rampage? Okay, so that's it for me for right now. Jitendra, do you have any remarks?
Okay, sure. Thank you, Ed. I really appreciate very detailed synopsis of the activities and some of the other initiatives that we have had. I do want to recognize Councilmember Hugh joining virtually, and I also want to recognize Mayor Pro Tem Maria Mackey, as well as our Deputy City Manager Michelle Hespat. She's also joined here at Davis Hall personally, and I want to give our policymakers an opportunity to express any concerns that they may have at this point of time. Michelle, before they do it, do you want to say anything to the group?
No, I've just been learning a lot and watching it and trying to follow up. It's nice to meet everybody. I'm sorry I'm running late. I was trying to take care of another project for the city manager right before I left. But I did want to make it here. So it's good to see everybody. I wanted to say hello to everybody online and everything too. So thank you for the introduction.
If I may, I want to thank the Public Services Department and our police officers, first of all, for your service. Thank you. Thank you, Ed, for your work on the stop sign camera program. I know it's not easy, and it's the first time we're doing it, and there's a ton of questions from the community. One message I think we need everyone's help to get across is that this is all about ensuring pedestrian safety. We want to keep our pedestrians safe. It's not about any revenue generation, because there are some laws that will prohibit us where we can spend this revenue money. Only we can spend it on public safety, not on private public safety, only on pedestrian-related public safety. But I'm also very happy that Ed, you mentioned in your report that in the future you will be keeping track of these numbers. And we have seen in other jurisdictions like Paris and other jurisdictions over the month that those numbers of citations go down, which is a good thing. That is all we want. That means that people are changing their behaviors. And that's a very good news. So hopefully we'll see that in College Park as well. I'm not sure, I'm not asking you, but it might be a good idea as part of the report. We may, if it's possible,
Yes.
include those numbers.
Yes,
And probably publish other numbers, so other graph that is come down as possible.
yes, we will. We anticipate doing that starting next month. We'd like to get pretty much a full month under our belt because, like I said, we went live with the violation numbers in the middle of March. So we'd like to, we anticipate, come our May meeting, we'll be able to have like a full month of evaluation to be able to report out on.
Fantastic. Thank you. Right.
And Mayor, I think I also want to add what Ed said, we all are learning and we are all part of that process. We as public services, our, consultants for public safety here, Prince George's County folks and others here, it's a new program. And as Mayor said, for the spirit and intent of it, it's, bikers and pedestrian safety. That is why that law was written. And as we are going through this process, we are learning a lot of things. And definitely, if people have any question, we encourage them to shoot us an email, call us through any of the available avenues, or go to Connect app, and then we can also respond to any of their questions. Thank you. Please go ahead, Jacob.
On this.
Thank you. I don't know who to ask this question to, but I'll just ask it out loud. So on Nextdoor, Corporal Errol Lobin,
Cops. These are cops ops, community-oriented police ops.
will post a variety of stats on, and this could be probably a different question, but I don't know the answer to a resident's question. We'll post some of the stats, and some of the stats, do those stats go into your report, DC Coletti?
My report is generated by the month of March. So if you're talking about anything that took place in April, I don't have those stats. This is generated crime reports for the month of March.
maybe I should let me rephrase my question because I think I confused myself. Do the numbers that he reports feed into your data sheet that you present? I see a lot.
Listen, I don't know where the cops officer gets his reports, his numbers. Ours is generated by the RMS system, which the county uses. I would hope that that's where he's pulling his numbers from, and I'm pretty sure he probably does do that. So yes, they're all identical. They all should be in the same report.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm assuming his area of responsibility is your guys' area of responsibility, right?
Is the cops officer the B6, correct?
Okay. District 1.
Or 6. District 1 is Harrisville.
Right. So he also picks up University Park.
Yeah, he also has Winfield Park. Yeah. The reason I ask is when he goes, I'll just read out to you what he says. Basically, he says, there were X crimes in my area of responsibility for the week of, for instance, March 29th to April 4th. And he talks about the North College Park community area, 3 crimes, 9500 block of 48th Avenue, theft from auto, 5000 block Geronimo Street, theft from auto, 9300 block Davidson Street, theft from auto. And then he goes through with the various different apartment facilities, including Camden, the Enclave, Varsity, Monument, Mazza, Grand Mark, all of which fall within the City Council Manic District 1. So I just want to make sure that when I'm looking at those numbers, those are the same numbers that you're talking about.
They should be the same numbers, or I'm looking at the city as a whole. He's looking at the city as a part of the city. So you're looking at apples and oranges. And I'm not sure the dates that he's using for his report. What's the dates?
So that was March 29th to April 4th.
Okay, so we reported on this March only. So he's reporting 4 days of April, which is going to throw the stats off.
Yeah, the question was from the resident was that, like, do they match up? But it sounds like they fall within the same system unless he's using a different system. I don't know if that's something you guys can take back, just because it's something that consistently gets posted.
Well, that's just it. Like the chief indicated, and like I explained before, if it's once March 31st hits, the report the report period is cut.
It's shut down.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And he's
March 31 to 30.
April. He's got March and April reports. He's giving you a weekly report. Therefore, the numbers are not going to match when you're using March and April together.
So, for example, March 10th through March 14th. So he does post on a regular basis. March 10th through March 14th, he said that there was 4 crimes in the North College Park community area. 9,000 block of Baltimore Avenue, theft from auto. 10,000 block of Baltimore Avenue, theft from auto. 4,900 block Edgewood, Rhode Island, theft. 5,100 block Branchville Road, theft from auto. So, I mean, like, that's within the window, and I don't know if there was any theft from autos on your map. So I just don't know how to answer the question anyway.
Okay, so these are this is the map that was provided.
There wasn't. I don't see it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? So, like, it just doesn't overlap.
It's a good question.
I just want to know how to answer the question for the residents.
Okay, so the chief indicated that there were 9. It was 9 at the bottom corner. He indicated there were 9
Councilor
events.
Hernandez is saying the Officer Lovin's report comes from North College Park.
Okay.
And that is in it.
Okay.
Hey, if it would help you, I can tell you every location there was a theft from auto. If that would help you for the month of March. Would you like to hear those numbers?
I don't think that that's really the question I'm asking. I mean, sure, it could be helpful. I just want to know why it doesn't match with what was on the presentation.
I can only tell you the numbers that I get from a person that does all the stats. He is new. James No, Corporal No was our statistician for the last for years. We have a new person, Corporal Tant. That's why I recognize that there's been a couple of mistakes with his accounting for total of numbers. But
Okay.
I can give you everything that he's given me. I tell you what, let me tell you every location where there's been a theft audit for the month of March. 7,000 block of Baltimore Avenue, 8,300 block of Potomac Avenue, 9,000 block of Baltimore Avenue. There was two incidents in the 4,400 block of Calvert Road, 4,700 block of Drexel Street, 4,800 block of Hartford, 4,800 block of Guilford, and lastly, the 8,150 Baltimore Avenue. Those are the theft from autos that I received for the month of March.
Okay, so if I could ask staff to please follow up and see how they can overlap. Because I mean, I'm sure DC Coletti, you're presenting what you've seen. I just don't see why they're not overlapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you can send me that information, I'll be able to.
I will point you in the right direction.
But it seems like the thing to me, Ed, is it more, Councilman, is it the fact that the person is reporting for the whole district and not just College Park, and that's what he's showing?
The issue, or I guess like the area of opportunity here is DC Coletti's presenting on the entire city.
Yeah.
The numbers that this individual is presenting, who appears to be in the same sort of district, and forgive me for my ignorance, I don't understand who falls in what unit. They don't match, right? So, I mean, March 10th through March 14th, there is at least 4 thefts, or at least 3 thefts from auto, 1 theft, 4 thefts from auto, 1 theft that are in the northern part of the city there that aren't reflecting on whatever DC Coletti is, presenting. So there's a disconnect somewhere, and I just don't know where it is. So it's very difficult to go back and say, oh, actually, I was at the meeting on Tuesday or Monday, and that wasn't presented. So I don't know if this Corporal Logan is looking at different numbers, or if whatever numbers he's looking at aren't feeding into, I don't know what system the DC Coletti's using.
Yeah.
And if we could just identify the disconnect, is it?
Exactly. It's a good question. I think it's that. Take this.
Hey, Sergeant Weinke, get the stats that the council member has and forward them to me so we can take a look at it and see if there was an issue with our stats.
Bigger part of my.
Joe, I can forward them. I get the reports.
It's always been an issue with the cops officers report. There's an overlap. That's
My next question is we got to find out, is he reporting off of calls for service, or is he actually reporting off of actual written reports?
Right.
Because a call for service could be coded out 300, and then that means we found no evidence of a crime based off of, I just have to reach out to him and find out, what is he reporting every call for service that comes out, or is he actually reporting the actual reports? And what the chief does is pulls our RMS system, and our RMS system is what the entire county uses for reporting. So if the report did not get written, we would not have, if they didn't pull a case number, it's not going to be in the RMS system. And he might be jumping the gun and just putting out calls for service based on whether a report was written or not. He's just pulling the calls for service in the area. And it's the only thing I can say that will show the discrepancy.
It makes sense.
And like I said, we'll research it and I'll look it up.
And that could be fine. I honestly, I'm more just trying to explain the discrepancy because I have no idea.
And if you allow me the opportunity, we'll get back to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And clarify. But there's one.
So I think we want to give Mayor Pro Tem Mackey an opportunity if she had any
She
questions.
said nothing to add. Just wanted for the stop signs for next
Oh,
month.
nothing to add,
Yeah,
okay.
next month for stop signs. Stop signs.
And how about Councilmember Hugh?
I have no questions at the moment. That was very interesting data that is not being reflected on the current stats. I mean, I understand there is 4 days not overlapping, and that how it was just explained that this could have been calls that replies on calls versus actual reports written up. But it is important for us to see the full impacts of quality of life and public safety issues in the North College Park. So that was a very relevant conversation for me. Thank you.
This is the last call for any questions before we close out on this meeting.
I was late, but could you request a slide for the quality of life responses? Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, I've been noticing that there's been a number in the Camden community, and it shows it here again as well. Any comments on that? What issues that we're seeing that we could improve on there? Because it seems in my when I looked up some of the past data, it seems like there's always issues going on up there. I'm wondering, what seems to be going on? Is there something better we can do? I know we just did a recent tour of the area, and there was a parking space for police in the Camden neighborhood. So I'm just wondering.
I think Councilmember Hugh, Mr. Daniel probably may have a take on your question.
Okay.
So Councilmember, I've reached out to Chief Coletti as well as Captain Collins from District 1, and also included Sergeant Wynkoop on the email, and to express the concerns that were conveyed to us last week, and requested additional patrols for that apartment area, as well as the shopping center. And Chief Coletti was able to provide me with a list of statistics for events that have occurred up in that area for the past several weeks, and it ranges from from numerous premise checks all the way down to noise complaints, and I don't want to get into it line by line, but I can forward this chart to you in an email tomorrow.
Sure, thank you. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, if I could, we went through and looked at the last 60 days. 60 days at Camden. And I will tell you right now, the apartment project itself had no theft from autos or no stolen autos. All right? Very limited calls for service. We extended the search to 0.15 radius around Camden and came up with one stolen vehicle and one theft from auto. So I'm not sure what's being relayed to everyone, but the graph that I gave Ed, he's more than welcome to share with you. Take a look at it. It's for the last 60 days. Okay?
Thank you.
And there's been 51 premise checks by officers going around and checking and calling out on the radio. So there has to be some type of disconnect somewhere, but I can only report what's in the computer. And that's what I'm willing to share with you.
DC Coletti, we got one data point.
I'm sorry?
We got one data point. Just so we appreciate the numbers.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah, but we want to be transparent. DC Coletti is going to share the data.
No. I think the DC Coletti has a huge point here. Like we've only heard from like one or maybe one person.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. I appreciate it. So, I did not see anything on the web, so we can close out this thing and just let us know through any means if there are any issues, quality of life, public safety, or any other code-related issues, or parking or licensing-related issues in your areas. We are here to serve our residents and businesses, and let's keep all the dialogues going. Thank you, folks. Have a great night.
Yes, thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I want to see it at work, how